Today I'm going to show you a trick on how you can use your Mac to speed up and automate what you do with your photos. But don't worry, for Windows users, I have a little tip for you as well. Hi everyone and welcome to Pal to Tech. Whenever you're working on your computer, if you're a photographer, chances are you are working with multiple JPEG files. And often it's nice to have faster ways to automate some of the more common tasks. I'm going to show you two very cool features right now you probably didn't know about, and by the time you're done watching it, it will generate ideas for you to build your own. Let's get started. What you're going to want to do on your Mac is open up a program called Automator. To find it easily, just hit Command Spacebar on your keyboard and start typing in Automator. A-U-T, there it is right there, and go ahead and press Return. And you'll see this window open up right now. Go ahead and click on New Document. And you'll see this weird pop-up with these weird choices. You're going to choose Application and click Choose, and you'll be at this blank screen. So for our first time-saving automated shortcut, we are going to bulk rename a bunch of JPEGs. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the search box right here and make sure that Library is selected. Click in the search box and start typing in Get Folder. There it is right here, Get Folder Contents. Click on it and drag it right into this window here. The next thing you want to do is clear out the search box by clicking this little X right here and type in Filter. You see where it says Filter Finder Items? Drag it over and drop it below the Get Folder Contents that you had added, just like that. Go ahead and click where it says Any Content and change it to Kind is Image. Next, in the filter box, you need to find Rename Finder Items. Drag that over, drop it at the bottom right here. If you get this message, go ahead and click on Don't Add. There's a lot of renaming options you can do with this, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and select Add Text, and we're going to add some text that's going to append after the file name of each of these JPEGs. And because these were all shot on an X-T5, I want to have that added to the name of all these JPEGs. I'll do -XT5, but that's not all. I'd like to actually put a date on there. So I'm going to drag another version of Rename Finder Items and drop it at the bottom right here. Again, click on Don't Add. And this time I'm going to choose Add Date or Time. And you can see a preview of what it's going to look like right here. Since I already added a dash right here, I'm going to go ahead and include a dash right here as well. At this point, you're done with all the configuring and you need to now save this. Go ahead and click on File, Save, and go ahead and name it something that makes sense to you. I'll call this Rename to X-T5. As far as where you're going to save this, that doesn't matter so much as that it makes sense to you and that you can find it. For the purpose of today's demo, I'm just going to save it to my desktop. Click Save, and there it is right here. Let me show you how awesome it is. Here I have a folder that has a bunch of JPEG files. You see that right there. And I want to have them all renamed at once under the parameters that we just set up. All I need to do is drag this photo over and drop it on top of this little app that we built. You may see a message pop up asking for permission, and if you do, go ahead and click OK. Now, if we go back into the Photos folder, have a look at this. They've all been renamed, every single one of them. Let's make one more. So once again, in Automator, we're going to open up a new document. It's going to be an application. We are going to get folder contents, just like we did before. Now you'll see there's a checkbox right here that says repeat for each subfolder found. And basically what that means is that if you have a bunch of folders inside that main folder, it will apply this process to everything within those as well. We're going to go ahead and filter those items as well. Kind is Image. Now for this particular automated task, we are going to have a safeguard in place where we're actually going to make a copy of these images, and those are going to be the ones that are processed. Because what we're going to do with this is we are going to resize all of these JPEGs to 800 pixels proportionately. However, you don't want to overwrite and screw up your original JPEG copies, okay? And that's why we're adding this little security safety thing right here. So go ahead into the search box and type in copy. And you see where it says Copy Finder Items, drag that, drop it right here. And what you're going to do is click on the little drop down, select Other, and I would just go to your desktop right here, and I would click on New Folder, and I would name it Resized Photos. Click on Create, then click on Choose. And finally, back to the search box and type in Scale. Scale Images, you see that right here? Drag it, drop it to the bottom, and it's going to ask you for the size. It is in pixels, and it will proportionately scale down your original JPEG. I'm going to go ahead for this demo and choose 800 pixels. Next, we want to save this shortcut app that we've just created. We'll call it Resize JPEG, and I'll save it on my desktop just for now. Okay, here it is right here. So here's our original photos, and you can see they're 20 megs, 22 megs each, right? They're large files, okay, taken from the X-T5 camera. I'm going to go ahead now and drag this folder into Resize JPEG. And it doesn't look like anything happened. However, if you go into your resized photos folder, have a look at this. They're all here, and they've all been resized. You see that? Doesn't cost a dime, completely free, and it works on all Macs. Now, there's a heck of a lot more that you can do with this program than what I showed you. And if you'd like, I can go over more complicated, more advanced stuff in future videos. One last word of caution. Again, please be careful if you're working on your client photos, okay? Make a backup of them before monkeying around with this, because this is very powerful and there is no undo. Okay, so that was for the Mac. Now, I feel a little guilty. I've been going mostly with Macs, and that's just because that's what I use. However, for Windows users, I have a pretty cool little shortcut tip for you as well. On your desktop, go ahead and right-click and select New Folder. And you'll see it just says New Folder. Wow, exciting, huh? However, we're going to give it a very special name, and you're going to need to have this name exactly as I show you. I am going to have the name in full down below in the description of this video, so go ahead and copy it from there and then paste it into the name of the folder. You're going to be renaming this folder with the name that I'm about to give you. So you go to rename the folder, and that name is GodMode. Okay, I didn't come up with it. It's GodMode dot, and then a curly bracket, and then a bunch of random text and numbers, and then a closing bracket. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. Name your new folder that, and exactly that. As soon as you do, check it out. You see that? Look at what happened. Now, if you open up that folder, you have access to all kinds of settings that you would need in Windows. Look at this. Power options. Security settings. You want to auto hide the taskbar. Here it is. And this GodMode folder can be placed anywhere, right? Suppose you want to put it inside a folder that you already have on your desktop. You can drag and drop it right in here. When you open it, it'll still be the GodMode folder with the settings. I mean, even changing advanced color management's right here. And if you double click on it, it'll take you right to where you need to go to make those setting changes. It's a very cool and time-saving feature for Windows, and I'm surprised it's not more well known. Anyhow, that wraps it up for today. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, be sure to give it the like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.